Okay, I have a transformer with a 15,000 volt output plugged in, and there are two coat hangers, if you can see, that have been placed so that they have a slightly V-shaped configuration. And this sort of arrangement is called a Jacob's ladder, because what typically happens when you plug in a transformer is that a spark forms and then travels upward. So you do it again by getting the rods a little closer. The reason that the spark travels upward is because the hot gases that form tend to rise compared to the cooler surrounding air because they have lower density. If you keep the coat hanger wires close enough together, then the arc persists. And what it is the high voltage of the electrons is stripping other electrons from the air, and it creates an arc, because when the air loses electrons, it creates ions, and of course we all know that ions can conduct electricity. You'll notice that I'm holding one of the rods still, but the other one starts to shake, because as the electrical current passes through it, it creates a magnetic field, and so the magnetic field varies enough so that it causes the rod to start wavering back and forth. When you strip enough electrons away from a gas, it's called a plasma. And a plasma is essentially a lightning bolt. And it is the same phenomenon that causes the sun to glow brightly. The temperature on the surface of the sun is roughly 5,000 degrees Celsius, so the gases that compose the atmosphere of the sun are ionized into a plasma. They glow because the electrons are being stripped from their outer valence shells, and maybe even if the temperature is high enough, the electrons can be completely stripped from the nuclei, as would happen in the core of the sun, and it allows the nuclei to collide, and that's where you get nuclear reactions. But that only happens at the very highest temperatures, not at the surface.